G'day guys, welcome back to Too Many Projects, Not Enough Time. I'm Andrew, this is Ivy, the V8 Series 1 Land Rover that we're building. First of all, remember to like and subscribe down below for me, that'd be awesome. And come back time and time again to see what we're up to. Today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be starting the bulkhead or firewall rebuild. And the very first stage of that is we're going to build a frame around this. Similar to the old school models we used to play with as kids, where they came in all the pieces came in a frame and then you cut them out. We're kind of building the frame similar to that for this, with all the major bolt points, so that when we build the new one off this jig, everything's going to line up and be the same as the factory one here. So to get started, we're going to build that frame. We're also going to build a wheeled rack for that to rotate on, like a rotisserie. So that way we can flip the bulkhead around and work at all different angles. And who knows, possibly build a couple more bulkheads for some other friends along the way. So come along, let's get started and get this frame and jig built.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill. Is that all you got?
Let's begin now.
What up? Oh, shall
Alright, so what we've just created is a frame or template or a jig to that we can base our new bulkhead or firewall from. So we have the two bottom mounting points where it bolts to the chassis, and then the two top points where it mounts to the windscreen. And once we get that set, and I know it's flat and square, I've I've actually spent a couple of hours projecting a whole ton of different measurements. So while the bulkhead is twisted a little bit, like you just saw when I bolted this in, and welded this bracket in, which then pulled it back into square. The bulkhead has a slight twist in it, but the frame is actually flat and square and level and plumb and all those things. And so that's a good starting point to start building the new one. So now we've just got to make a set of stands or a rotisserie to mount this frame onto, so that makes it easier to work with and not on the bench, and we can flip it and rotisserie it around to get to all the points. Alright guys, sorry for the long drawn out video of grinding, welding and drilling, but we got her done, and we got, as you can see in the background here, we've got the bulkhead or firewall mounted up on the jig and the rotisserie. Let's take a look at the rotisserie. The bulkhead is mounted there at 4 points up here in the corners. We are bolted to these mounting points here, then at the bottom more mounting points. Now that's all we really need to get started here for the outermost posts. Once we have them in place, matching where the original ones are, then we can start filling in between with the footwells, as well as all this complicated malarkey going on up here. Now, as you can see, it's kind of rusty from the original. We're going to be replicating all these brackets, hinges. We're going to be replicating all of them from scratch. We have the footwells we're using out of a Defender. Being right-hand drive, it has all the newer brake booster type pedal assembly cutouts already in it. I'm going to try and use this centerpiece. Keep it factory, keep the original, because it's in pretty good shape. So that'll take care of the footwell areas. And then moving above that, we've got to connect all this complicated stuff up here. That's going to take a lot of head scratching, a lot of bowl scratching, a lot of coffee to figure out how to get all this. What's the easiest yet best way to retain the original look for all this stuff here. So including all the hinges. We may even cut these off and use the original hood points, because they're not really worn. The door ones are quite worn. These ones are pretty good. So we may actually just nip these off at the end and put these ones back on. Same as this drip edge here. If we can get it off in reasonable shape, we may just clean it up and reuse that. So there's a whole bunch of bits we can still reuse as we go around the dark side here, around to the back. As I mentioned earlier, on the inside here, this is the Series 1s. Really nice with the trough areas to put a lot of stuff. They had a big dash here in the middle. One thing I am considering is in the middle here, going with like an 80-inch centerpiece. That would mean we lose some of the storage area up here for all the junk and crap we want to put when we're traveling. Anyway, something I'm considering. Not sure. We'll figure it out. But next step is to start fabricating these outer posts as the first step. Now I'm going to take this bulkhead out of here, put it back on the truck, just to get it up and keep it out of the way. And that's it for today. So thanks everyone for coming along. On this video, sorry it was a little boring and just grinding, welding and drilling. And but we got the, before we leave, show you how this works properly. So the rotisserie pivots on the bolts, pretty obvious, bog standard. And what we can do, I've got the bolts and nuts loose right now, so we can rotate it. So I can rotate it all the way upside down, flat horizontal, and every angle to make it easy to access and work and gain really comfortable working environment to get into all the nooks and crannies and measure and do everything we need to doing this. And then once we find the angle that we want for whatever we're working on, we just do these nuts and bolts up, and it actually locks it up really tight. I was going to go for a far more complicated plates in here with lots of holes so you can rotate it and put pins in. But to be honest, this is going to work really good. All right, back to leaving. All right, guys, thanks for coming along again. Remember to subscribe, like, follow along. This is just the beginning of a really long, fun project. Whether you're into more of the engine stuff or the frame stuff or suspension, we're going to cover it all by the end of it all. As I say, it's a bit of a unique product. We're taking a whole bunch of different Land Rovers, putting them together to make what my dream Land Rover was, which is little 88-inch Series 1, but with the power of the new as in Range Rover Classic and P38 Range Rovers. See you next time. Thank you very much.